Well, hello and welcome. Hi, my name is Rusty Humphries, and coming up in just a couple of moments, we're going to start the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. What does that mean? Well, first of all, I want to say hi to you. So if you would please check in, let me know who you are and where you're a deplorable from. Just type it right down there, and I'll try to get to it, okay? That's number one. We're going to make sure you share the video. Make sure you give us some thumbs ups, give us some hearts. Let's get some love going, would you please? Tonight we are powered by the nice folks at Right Wing News. You can also watch us not just on Right Wing News, but on Liberty One TV and some other fantastic Facebook pages, and I hope you'll do it, and I hope you'll tell your friends about it too. Tonight we are powered by Right Wing News. We are seen on Liberty One TV. Also, we are sponsored by the HearMeOut app. Have you downloaded the HearMeOut app? If you haven't, man, you're missing a good time. It is like Twitter, but it is not shadow censoring your speech, number one. Number two, it's not typing, it's talking. And you just talk into your phone and you put messages up. And I do it a couple times a day. And it is our insurance policy in making sure that Facebook and Twitter and the other major social media companies don't censor us and take us off the air right away. We have a back door, which is the Hear Me Out app, and it's also a lot of fun. I think you'll enjoy it. So do us all a favor and go and download the Hear Me Out app on your phone, and then find and follow me, Rusty Humphries. Type in Rusty Humphries, no space between the Y and the H, because I was stupid when I signed up. Okay, or you can do hashtag Rusty and you'll find me there. The other great new sponsor we have is Virtual Shield. And I'm going to tell you about Virtual Shield in a little bit, but if you're worried about your privacy and people knowing where you've been online and what's going on online and all the nastiness out there, a virtual private network sounds scary, sounds difficult. It's actually easy, inexpensive, and safe. It's called Virtual Shield. You can check it out while I'm doing the show right now. virtualshield.com/Rusty. That's me. And you'll get a discount. But I'll tell you more about that coming up in a little bit. Let's see here. Let's check in. See what's up with you. Anthony is in Arizona. By the way, we had a great win in Arizona. Yesterday there was one race. So for the past couple of months, almost 6 months, I basically, as a American citizen, I've not been represented. I got McCain, who's got brain cancer. He's not working. My congressman, well, the other senator is Jeff Flake, and he's just a douche. And he's out there, I'm going to go and take on Trump, and he's not doing any work, right? He's already said he's out. And then my congressman is the guy who tried to get one of his people to have a baby for him. He was going to give her like $1 million or something. So he ran out of office. So we've had no representation in my district at all in the state of Arizona. Yesterday was the special election, and a woman named Debbie Lesko, who is a Republican, a little rhino-y for my taste, but I'd rather have her than the woman that she beat. And I love how the news media, oh yeah, Republican won, but it wasn't enough. Nope, it wasn't enough. And it's just more proof. Just because she only won by 5 percentage points, it's more proof that the Republicans are going to get smoked in the next election. I wonder, is it just that they are so politically motivated that they see nothing but Democrat versus Republican, or are they just that stupid? And I'm going with stupid. Because, first of all, this is a race that hardly anybody paid any attention to. There are signs everywhere, but I got to be honest, it's a pain in the ass, excuse my language, it's a pain to go and vote for just one race. Now, I will say one thing I like about Arizona. Oh, you got to show ID. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got voter cards. I have a voter card and my driver's license. They got to look at both of them. Then they print me up my own ballot. So I thought that was pretty sweet. But it was just kind of one of those races where people went, I got better things to do. So I wouldn't, and also the Democrats, they were hungry for a win. They were fighting hard, right? So don't give me this big blue wave because of this one race. They're idiots. That's what I think. All right, Anthony, thank you. Carmen's there. Joe is deplorable from Dayton. Shane is a Southern Yankee deplorable. Frank is in Beeville, Texas. Thomas thinks the earth is flat. Well, Thomas, you're an idiot. Michael's in New Jersey. Rick is from Australia. Scott's in San Diego. Diana's there saying hi. Janice is a Florida deplorable. Mary's there. Joe's saying, what's up, Rusty? I know. What's up, Joe? Mike in Scarsdale, New York. Bob saying howdy. Diana checking in. Southern California, deplorable. I was there. I was at Disneyland last week, Diana. Julie is there dropping in from the high desert in the beautiful land of enchantment. Lots of hearts. Thank you, Julia. Chris is in Show Low, Arizona. Anthony in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Scott's at church tonight. George is in Las Vegas. Douglas is deplorable in Charlotte, North Carolina. Sheila's there. Tom's there. Jonathan, Betty in Illinois. Steve there. Brian, Bill, Pomona. Alvin says, term limits for lazy, corrupt Congress now. 2 terms, no benefits after 2 terms, no pensions. Put on a ballot and voted by the American people. Love the idea. It will never work. Never happen. Okay. I'll say, Janie, Kent, Washington. Are you still in Maple Valley? Wow. Hey, Janie. No, I haven't been in Maple Valley, which is a suburb of Seattle. I haven't been there for a long time. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's really hot. How hot is it today? Where's my... I think it hit 100-something today already. All right, I want to get to Democrats. Will you please get off Trump's back for like one day? Just like one day, please. Can you do it? I mean, every day it's something stupid. Every day they got to come up with something that it's like, gosh, don't you guys have anything else to do? I mean, seriously, nothing? So now they're going after Ronnie Johnson. I don't know too much about this guy. He's the president's doctor. Now, he was Obama's doctor before this. But now that Trump is saying, well, maybe you could run the VA, Democrats got all kinds of, he's just handing out pills like it's candy. He's the candy man. And he's been doing it for a long time. Oh, he did it 8 years under Obama. Obama loved him. He was fine then. But now Trump likes him. We got to destroy the guy. And the other thing that's really got me I'm noticing it more and more and more. Anybody in the media that supported Donald Trump is being destroyed, and being destroyed in a way that they may not come back. And I don't know what kind of allies Trump is going to have in the media by the next election. Think about it. Think about all the people that were there when Trump was running for office, right? Bill O'Reilly, gone. Eric Bolling, gone. I can, if I sat down and thought about it, there's a whole list of people who've just been destroyed. Monica Crowley, she gotten off, gone. And they've come up with these BS excuses. Some of them are pretty bad, but they're going after Hannity now. It's like if you were on the side of Donald Trump, it's not just that you have to be discredited a little bit. You have to be destroyed forever, and you should never be allowed to make a living again. That's what the goal of the Democrats are today, and it's just awful. Mary says I seem chipper tonight. I don't know. Mary is in Illinois. Carrie in Gold Canyon. Deplorable from Ohio's Carrie. McCain should retire now. Now, Anthony, you're right about that. John McCain is no biz. Listen, I'm not a fan of John McCain. I'll be honest about that. I haven't liked him for a long time. But I certainly don't want to see him go through the pain and the torture of brain cancer. What he's going through, I don't wish on my worst enemy. That being said, Senator McCain should step down and allow someone else to get in there. Now, there's a problem with that if he does. Then there's already one race for Senate going on right now. And the person that I'm supporting, Kelly Ward, She's leading the pack of Sally, what's her name? Something McSally, Martha McSally, and Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Now, you might be going, well, gosh, why aren't you supporting Sheriff Joe? Don't you like Sheriff Joe? I love Sheriff Joe. And I think Sheriff Joe's a great guy. But Sheriff Joe is like 88 years old. And when you get in the United States Senate, they don't let you do anything for at least one term. I mean, nothing. You remember how quiet Al Franken was his first term? Oh, was he quiet? Man, you didn't hear a word from that guy. Okay? Sheriff Joe, if he wins his first term, he'll be like 91 years old. And I've spent time with Sheriff Joe, and I like him. He is not in the best of health. I wish he was. I pray for him and his family. I wish he would stay home and recuperate and take care of himself and spend time with his family. That's a guy that's worked a lot his whole life. He does not need to be running for United States Senate. We do not need a third person splitting up the conservative from the rhino. The conservative being Kelly Ward and the rhino being McSally. We don't need that. And Sheriff Joe will do that. And if he doesn't get out soon, he could help and will help the rhino get in. And we don't want that. And I don't think Sheriff Joe wants that either. But sometimes we let our egos get in the way. Let's see. Tamara's there in Wisconsin. Ralph's there. Bill is there. Amber says, Trump, they won't give them a break because most of them don't have jobs to occupy their time. Get a job. Get a life. Yes. I said our president. Let him do his job. Make America great again. Yes. Okay. So there is a story now. The official White House doctor is up to be running the VA, and now the Democrats want to destroy him, even though they loved him when he was working for Obama. Here's this story. Let me give it to you now.
The president's overall health is excellent. His cardiac performance during his physical exam was very good.
Ronnie Jackson is the lead White House physician. He's been the lead doctor for 3 presidents, basically, going back since 2006 and George W. Bush. Trump likes him, has kept him on, and Trump in March nominated him to be the new Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Admiral, is there any truth to these allegations?
Will you
withdraw your nomination?
Looking forward to talking to you guys.
The White House asked you to withdraw.
After Republican Senate leaders decided to stop his nomination, things deteriorated really quickly for Jackson. By Tuesday afternoon, he had lost the support of the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
With regard to the Jackson nomination, I'm waiting to hear from both Chairman Isaacson and from the administration what they believe the way forward should be, and we'll take our cues from them.
And President Trump, who got up in front of the media in an unrelated press conference and all but urged Jackson to just get out.
I don't want to put a man through who's not a political person. I don't want to put a man through a process like this. It's too ugly and too disgusting. So we'll see what happens. He'll make a decision.
This happened hours after the New York Times reported allegations alleging Jackson may have overprescribed drugs in the White House or drank on the job.
But the fact is, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. What does he need it for? To be abused by a bunch of politicians that aren't thinking nicely about our country? I really don't think personally he should do it, but it's totally his. I would stand behind him. Totally his decision.
The White House tends to function in chaos and disorganization. That's been their MO since the very beginning. And this confirmation process...
let me just stop this hag. I don't even know who she is. She's working for the Washington Post, so she's a hag. And it's not personal. But then the White House has been operating in chaos. No, the chaos keeps coming from the Democrats. The chaos keeps coming from... these unelected bureaucrats that are stirring the pot up, doing everything they can to make Trump look bad. And then the idiots like this go, well, the Trump White House always in chaos. No, they won't let him freaking stinking do his job. Almost slipped there. Sorry about that. George is in Seattle. How you doing? Susie is there supporting Dr. Ronnie Jackson. Martin is from the UK visiting friends in Pittsburgh, USA. Thank you. Hope you have a good time, Martin. Juan says, let's remember all this dangocrats at election time. And I hope so. You know, it has been nonstop chaos caused by the Democrat Party doing everything they can to drive a wedge in between the American people, left versus right. And they've made this wedge bigger and bigger. And for what? So you can have more of your elitist buddies give you more money for your power? So we can get back to talking about men dressing as women going into bathrooms at Target? Is this what you want? Listen, I want a prosperous, happy nation moving forward. I want people with good jobs making money. An economy chugging away. I want it where we don't have to fight all the time. You know, I don't know about you, but it's gotten to the point lately, and I've never had this before, where we almost need a secret handshake or something if we're conservatives. Because the subject of politics always comes up. And you got to go, what side of the political aisle are you on? And the other guy's like, I don't know. What side are you on? Well, I'm on the side of America. Oh, well, I'm on the side of America too. Did you like Trump? Did you like Trump? Oh, yeah, I like Trump. Okay, now we can be friends. And that takes like 10 minutes. It's like in the old days, before Christianity was okay, and that's where the fish sign came from. You'd be in the sand and you'd be sitting around talking to some dude, and then you'd draw half of a fish. And then if the other guy drew the other half of a fish, you would know that person was a Christian, and you wouldn't worry about him killing you. And it's almost getting to that point. And you may think I'm exaggerating when I'm talking about killing you. I don't know how much further this can go. By the way, I did write a book for this. And when I wrote it, I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but it's gotten worse. 7 ways to win political debates with your liberal family and friends and still keep them as family and friends. It's only like $6 on Amazon. Kindle, it's less than that. If you get the audiobook from Audible, it's less than that. Written by me, every word, yours truly, Rusty Humphries. And it's fun, it's funny, it's interesting. It's like 80 pages. It has been endorsed by some awesome people like the beautiful Stacey Dash, who I think is still running for Congress. I need to talk to her and find out if she is. Also, Evan Sayet, Ben Shapiro, maybe one of the greatest conservative debaters of our time, has endorsed the book. Scotty Nell Hughes and Orson Scott Card, one of the great authors of our time. So if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for you. And summer's coming. Vacations. Cousin Gus. You know that idiot that always wants to cause trouble? Yeah, you and your Trump friends, it's all your fault. Yeah, my beer would be full right now if it wasn't for that Trump. You need to get this book. What else going on out there? Oh, Jackie wants to know where Amazon. Just at Amazon, okay? Speaking of Soros, why has this man not been held accountable for his actions? Can you say RICO Act? Good question, Jessica, but for some reason, this guy gets away with it. Speaking of getting away with it, oh, yes. You want to talk about a guy that got away with it. Oh, hello. My name is Al Gore. I have ripped off the world to the tune of one of the most richest people in the world. And what I have done is punish the American people because they didn't make me president when they should have. And so I've come up with all the phony, baloney global warming things and have made a mint on it. All right. Gas prices, well, how about the gas prices? Harold, good thing. This happens every year, okay? Happens every year. I'm not giving Trump a pass, I'm looking straight at the gas companies. Okay, go back historically. It happens every year at this time. What happens is that states like California change the kind of gas. They put the additives in the gas. And they always say, well, because we've had to switch stuff over in the plant, it makes there's less supply, so the gas prices have to go up. And then always about this time, one of the plants somewhere in the country goes kablooey. There's always some kind of a big, massive explosion. And because of that, gas prices go through the roof again for another few weeks. It happens every year. I don't know about the kablooey yet, but they're going to say, well, it's because we had to change over to those different gas things. Happens all the time. All right, let's take a look at have you heard the latest on global warming? Lord Dawson slamming Al Gore on, well, let's find out.
I don't think so. I've heard what Al Gore has to say, and it's the same old claptrap. People often fail to change, and he certainly hasn't changed. He's like the man who goes around saying the end of the world is nigh on a big placard. To begin with, you might be a little bit scared, but after 10 years of him doing that and the end of the world isn't nigh, then you think, well, maybe we should forget that and concentrate on real problems like North Korea, which you've been talking about, like world poverty, like disease, and all these other issues which we should be diverting our attention to, and international terrorism, Islamic fundamentalism. These are real problems. The world is not short of problems, and to devote resources and energy to non-problems is really ridiculous.
Lord Lawson.
He's absolutely right with his British accent and things, yes. Anyway, the reason I brought that story up, because the headline is climate change not as bad as we thought, says scientists. Wait a second. What? You mean to tell me that your phony baloney models were wrong? You mean to tell me that global warming isn't half nearly as bad as you said? And all that money and all that stuff we've given Al Gore and all the waste has been pretty much a waste? You mean all the things that we've been saying, what you calling us deniers, trying to take us off the radio? Some people have tried to imprison us. They've suggested somebody that doesn't believe in global warming should be imprisoned because they don't agree with them. Well, how about now? Now that the scientists are coming out saying that it's not as bad as they thought, should the people that wanted to imprison me and you, should they be in prison? Now, see, the answer to that is no. I don't believe anybody should be imprisoned for their speech. Okay? I want more speech. I want to hear from both sides. The problem is when the speech turns into the physical. And when people start getting hurt, or people start getting ripped off, or our country starts being more and more jeopardized because of the false rhetoric being put out there. It's not being done by the right. That I guarantee you. Julie says it snowed in the Sahara this year. Hadn't snowed there for over 100 years. But then it's not global warming, is it? Or is it? Global change? See, here's the thing, folks. Temperatures are never steady. Temperatures change. It's not because of what we do. We're too small. We are just, you can't even see us from the sky. We're too tiny. We're smaller than ants on a global scale. The sun, which I like to call the Son of God, its temperature fluctuates. It gets warmer some years, it's colder other years. That's what affects the temperature on Earth. We couldn't do anything even if we wanted to. Remember when Mount St. Helens blew up? That was a pretty big thing and catastrophic event. And that affected the sun, the Earth's atmosphere, week maybe. Or how about when all that oil spilled in the Gulf and they were saying, oh, fish are going to be dead for there. So you might as well move out of New Orleans forever. It's never coming back. Was it a year? It was devastating. The earth is far more powerful than we give it credit for. The Lord is far more powerful than we give him credit for. And we shouldn't be surprised when scientists get things wrong. When you should be surprised is when scientists say, yep, we got the answer, it's over. There's settled science. There is no such thing as settled science. Science should always be on the lookout for the next. And maybe how they've made a mistake. All right. One mistake you may have is not having a VPN. You may not even know what in the world a VPN is, and I wouldn't blame you. A VPN is a virtual private network. And Virtual Shield is that. And as you can see, it protects your information from big data and from Big Brother, and it can do it right now. Now, I don't have time to show you how to set up. It's very easy. And all the information's there online at virtualshield.com/Rusty. And when you go there right now, you bring it up even bigger so you can see it. When you go there, they're going to tell you all about it. And when you use the promo code Rusty, you're going to take an extra 20% off your first term. And you're not going to pay for this for 30 days. That, my friend, that's a pretty sweet deal. 30 days, your information is safe and secure. And it's fast. So do yourself a favor. Find out. Would you just go to virtualshield.com/Rusty and try it out? Do it for 30 days for free. If you don't like it, don't sign up. But I think you will. Use that promo code Rusty. Get another 20% off. virtualshield.com. virtualshield.com/Rusty. Do that if you would, please. They're good people, and they help support this program. You know, hey, I remember somebody coming, how much do you make? I was talking about teachers. How much do you make? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. Well, guys, we're trying to build something here. And without great advertisers like Virtual Shield and the HearMeOut app, I'm just doing this in my house for nothing. And believe me, I don't want that, and you don't want that. By the way, I'm seeing you guys put up on there. Oh, have you shared the video? Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video now. Yeah. Have you shared the video? Do that with your friends right now. And give me some thumbs ups and some hearts. Do that. Here's what I'm curious. How much is gas in your neighborhood? I was in California, and the highest I saw it in the Los Angeles area was $4.99 for regular. Now, where I live in Arizona, it's been $2.30, $2.25 for a long time. And in the past couple of weeks, it has zoomed up to $2.75 a gallon. Where is it at for you? I'm very curious. Bill says the founder of the Weather Channel claims global warming is a hoax. He is correct. Dewey is $2.99 a gallon for regular today in Ladona, Texas, plus higher as octane goes up. The beer and liquor store is way higher than most places that sell gas, higher than around town. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video now. Harold, the government is playing God and messing with the atmosphere. I've heard about that HARP experiment and stuff. I don't know how much I believe it. I've looked into it. I've studied it. I don't know. Linda wants to know, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Well, hi, Linda. My name's Rusty Humphries. I'm here every night, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West, unless I got something better to do. I've been a talk radio host for 20 years. My show at one point was the 6th biggest talk show in America. And now I've moved from terrestrial, from the radio stations, just to being online, because the radio stations are in big, big trouble. Biggest company, used to be called Clear Channel, now iHeartMedia, went bankrupt last month, $22 billion in debt. People are having their salaries cut, fired. So radio companies are in big, big trouble. The other one called Cumulus, they went bankrupt in December. That's the old. We're doing the new. Sometimes the new is more difficult to get started, and I thank you for being there. We need you. I need you. Another place that needs you is liberty1tv.com, where you can also see this show. There's a lot of other great hosts on there, too. We need to start supporting conservative organizations, and you need to start doing it with your dollars. It's so easy to go, I'm watching a show, I talk radio, I'll turn that on or whatever, and I'm just being a passive member of the audience. We can't afford to be passive any longer. It's like we did the Tea Party 10 years ago, and now it's like, I've been there, done that. That's exactly what the Democrats want you to do, and that's what they're hoping you're doing. That's what they're betting you're going to do. That's why all the people on CNN and MSNBC are going, oh, the blue wave is a-coming, and they could be right if you don't get active. How do you get active? Support my sponsors. That makes a big difference. One for free. Download the HearMeOut app and follow me, Rusty Humphries. That costs you nothing. You download it on your phone. You go and listen to some of my comments. You get a nice chuckle for the day. It costs you nothing. And that makes a big deal to my life. So you can make a difference, okay? Please. Let's see. Let's look at some prices here. Rancho Cucamonda, $356, Diana? $356? Wow. Rolling, $269. Pittsburgh, $299. Florida, Port St. Lucie, $267. Alabama, $249. Baton Rouge, $239. Mary says it's $363 or more in Northern California. Wow. Oh, man, we all need to move to Bossier City, Louisiana. $235. What, last month were they just giving it away, Annie? Hey, come on. How y'all doing? Come on, let's just gas. Come on in. Just fill her up and have a good time. If you'd buy like a big gulp or something, that'd be great. But other than that, that gas is just free. If it's $2.35 a gallon now, wow. Costco in Georgia, $2.29. Cary, $2.75 for regular in Delaware. Shirley says, hey, it's Rusty. Rolly says, this guy's awesome. Pay attention. Thank you. Jan says he's great. Thank you. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you. Another Janet's there saying, hi, Rusty. Hey, Janet. $360 Bill, $309 Kurt. Miami, $279 regular. Kim's checking in. Hi. Lance from South Carolina, $269 in coastal Georgia and Florida, says Greg. $267 in Kentucky. Jessica says, thank you for being there. Thanks, guys. We need to stick together as one. Jane shared the video. Jane, you rock. If you shared the video, you rock today. If you didn't share the video, don't rock quite as hard. Just saying. I mean, you're okay, but not quite as hard. $10 a gallon in the UK, says Martin. Wow. Sean's in Washington State. One of my favorite people in the world is watching Janelle. Janelle is somebody I have known since 4th grade. She was the hottest girl in school. Oh, man. Still is. I mean, she's not in school anymore. Although looking at her, you might think she is. Just saying. Mary says, when I visit my sister in Scottsdale, gas is so much cheaper. Diana says, you're cracking me up. Well, you're cracking me up. All right, anything else? Let's see what else is going on in the news. Oh, a lot of people are thinking about cutting the cord on Facebook. And I've thought about it too. And there is a new advertisement. If you're thinking about getting off the Facebook train, you might want to watch this. Let me share it with you here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
You've deleted your Facebook account. Good for you. I bet now you're probably wondering what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a lot you can do, like share photos of your baby in person.
Photo of my baby. Baby photos. Photo of my baby.
Celebrate friendship anniversaries.
We've been friends 6 years today.
Who are you? Yeah. Reach out to people you went to high school with.
Hello?
Hi, this is Matt Baker. We went to high school together.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any bikini pics?
Share your mood through amusing memes.
That feeling when you think it's Wednesday, but it's really Tuesday.
Play Candy Crush. Like your coworker's food.
Nice salad. Like,
Loudly share your unwanted political views.
I don't have a problem with immigrants. I just think that they should come here legally.
And of course, willingly offer up your personal information to strangers.
Hey, here's my social security card.
That was kind of a pain in the ass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of just makes you want to come back to Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Welcome back, dumbass.
Hey.
Brought to you by Facebook.
That was Conan O'Brien's show. Very funny. Very funny. That was good. Hey, nice lunch. Hey, you go to my high school? Yeah. Oh, somebody's asking when I was talking about Janelle a minute ago, are you looking for a date? Well, yeah. With Janelle? Sure. Absolutely. No hesitation there. You know, I've talked about that on the air. You just axed. What else going on in the news? Oh, did you see this? This is kind of, I'd say surprising, but not really. Facebook, Subway. Subway is closing 500 stores this year. If you got a Subway down the street, you may not at the end of the year. 500. That's a lot of Subway stores. Although I'm trying to remember the last time I went to Subway. It's been a long time. It was one of those things. I remember when Subway was kind of awesome, when there wasn't very many of them. And it was like, oh, hey, let's go down to Subway. And they got good sandwiches, and they're not that expensive. And wow, that's pretty great. And then now they're, everywhere. And let's see here. They have 26,000 stores nationwide. McDonald's. Okay, if Subway has 26,000, how many McDonald's do you think there is? McDonald's only has 16,000. There's 10,000 more Subways than there are McDonald's. Well, let's see here. What else? Did you see what Rusty had for dinner last December 4th? No, what did I have for dinner last December 4th? Did it pop up or something? I don't know. Wow, aren't you in liberal country up there? Where I am in Arizona? No. Facebook is a joke. Subway, no pork products in the UK. They do not want to upset Muslim community. Is that true? They don't have it anymore? I remember when I went to Iraq, the very first thing we saw was a Subway on the base. It was like at the airport or something. And we hadn't eaten for a long time. Believe me, when you're on a military flight across the ocean, not a lot of good service on there. So we were starving. And I remember we just ran to the Subway, a bunch of us. And all I remember was that I got the pepper. It was like the BMT. Or was it the spicy Italian? One of the two. And the pepperoni, though, was gray. And all I know is it's been hard to eat at Subway since I went to Iraq, and that's been 10 years. Bill doesn't like Subway. Mary says, I generally don't like fast food restaurants. Arby's, we got the meats. Arby's is good. No pork at Subway in UK. Interesting. Blake had a BMT, Italian BMT. I love the BMT. Joe, I'm with you. I love bacon. Rolly says gray means old. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Gray meant wrong. It was wrong. Something was wrong. All right, just trying to see, is there anything else that you're missing? Anything else that you need to know? Michael Cohen to plead the fifth in the Stormy Daniels lawsuit. I just got a real problem with any president's lawyer being raided and I don't remember us raiding the lawyer for Obama. Is that the next thing we're going to start doing? We're going to start just raiding when we're the opposition party. We're just going to start going after the last, who's ever in power. It's just bad. Pepperoni made out of soy. Diana says, I love Subway. Jane likes Whataburger. That's the best. I used to run a jingle company in Dallas. You've heard tons of my jingles. Okay, I used to sing a lot of them. I sang Coca-Cola jingles and a bunch of stuff. But there was this one guy named Jim. And Jim was our bass. And Jim does voiceover stuff, and you've heard him in a bunch of stuff. He did the Whataburger commercials for a long time. Go to Whataburger. I can't even get his voice. I can't even do it any kind of justice. I can't even pretend to tell you how good this guy is. Go to Whataburger. What was another good one he did? He went for like a pimento spread or something. What would fast food restaurants do without Americans? Denise, I'd rather make my own. I'm doing better. I've been eating healthy lately. I've even been you want to know how far I've been going lately? I've been drinking fermented beet juice. I know. I'm growing vegetables in the back. I even have microgreens. That's how far I'm going. Although today I've cheated. You ever go to Papa Murphy's? The take and bake place today, they got a deal, but you got to do it online. A large pepperoni pizza. This isn't a commercial. It's just a sweet deal. Large pepperoni pizza. If you order it online and pick it up, $4.25 in honor of 4/25, which is the date today and the temperature of which you're supposed to cook their pizzas. Got to ask you about Kate Brown. I've been out of the loop. I've missed that story. Sorry about that, buddy. I don't know. Diana says Blake. Blake says beet juice is amazing. I got to tell you, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. And then also the other thing you're supposed to eat is fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and stuff. It's good for your gut. I have leaky gut syndrome, I found out. So I'm doing better. Jake says they skimp on their portions of meat and cheese. Yeah, for $4.25, quit your bitch and go get it. All right. Beets are absolutely made from Satan himself. I'm Satan. I made the beet juice. I didn't say I put a straw in the bottle and suck it down. I'm just saying that, I'm about done. Will you do me a favor, please? Sean likes Papa Murphy's. Barbara likes Papa Murphy's. Jack says 4/25 is also the day Aussies remember those who fell in military service. I did not know that. Thank you, Jack. Go check out what a VPN is and how Virtual Shield can help you. Would you please? virtualshield.com/Rusty. Find out what it can do for you, how it can make a difference, and how it can make sure Big Brother and Big Data don't get your information. Okay? That's very important. Also, download that Hear Me Out app. The Hear Me Out app on your phone. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes you less than a minute to sign up. And then follow me, Rusty Humphries. And then would you comment when I comment and participate? You can do it too. It's fun. It's interactive. It's like Twitter, but you're talking, and so it's easier and it's more fun. It's more interesting. I like Hear Me Out. So go and follow me in the Hear Me Out app. Do that today. Don't wait any longer. I'm almost done with the show. Go do that right away, would you please? It's very, very important. All right? The book is still out there. 7 Ways to Win Political Debates, Your Liberal Family and Friends, and Still Keep Them as Your Family and Friends, written by this good-looking guy. And it's at Amazon, paperback, Kindle, and in Audible. That's it. We'll see you, I think, tomorrow. I'm not sure. Something is happening. I'm working on stuff. I wish I wasn't, but I am. Trying to make a living. Trying to make a living and doing the best I can. All right. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. May God bless you. May God bless America. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.